Hey, what's up everyone? Bit Me Some back with another Bitcoin video. So currently right now I'm on the Bitcoin 4-hour time frame. So in today's video we're just going to go over a few charts, see a few price targets and see where we could be heading. So let's just jump right into it. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button, it'll really help out. Thank you everybody for watching every single day. And we do make these videos every single day, so definitely don't miss out. And when you hit that subscribe button, you automatically become part of the Bit Crew, so don't miss out. Thank you guys for watching, and let's get right to it. So this chart right here, we were on the 4-hour time frame. I remember yesterday's video, I believe we were in these price targets right here, which is why I kind of had these areas here. And then we broke right underneath it, and then if you notice, we did come back up, kind of tested it, got rejected, came up, tested it, rejected it. So we're getting rejected pretty much at this 32,400 area. So that looks like that was probably, but the thing is there's, what those candlesticks are telling me is that there's enough buyers to get in that area, but we just can't get in there yet. So I'm just thinking is that all of these wicks are at the top, so it shows the, like, see how these two right here were, it was going down a little bit, but the wicks were still there. The wicks, that's what the wicks are. So like I said, these two wicks got up to that point, and then if you notice, the next candles were inside of that. So since these candles are pretty much at the top now, meaning there could be some bodies of candles up here now. So we just have to wait and see, but we need to get past 32,400 if that's the case. But let's see, we need to first get past 31,620. That's the first little target. Sorry about that. Seems like every day I get by accident. Sorry. Alright, so yeah, us getting rejected right there. My next little target needs to be this white line. So if we could have passed this white line, at least 31,900-ish area, we have a chance. But like I said, I mean, it's kind of looking like we might just go back down, at least to get back to this area. And if we break this 29,900, the next target will be the 29,296. So let's see. And if you notice, there's a descending triangle forming right here at the top left. This is called a descending triangle. That's kind of what's forming right here. So we have that line right there, and then this line right here. It's kind of creating that. So this is what I'm saying is why we're going to probably dance inside of here, and then a descending triangle usually comes down. So we'll have to see. And also, is just don't panic. It's not, it might seem scary right now, but this is why it's important when we're at all-time highs. Let's say like at one point we were at 49,000 or something, and then also 69,000. When we were at those points, instead of buying in, you should be stacking your money. As in, you should be getting ready for times like right now to put that money back in. So like if you guys remember, our fear and greed index was at 11 yesterday. We actually went down to 10. So it's still going down, but the price actually went up a little bit. So that's why I say it's important to watch a lot of different things. But yeah, like I'm saying, is just don't worry. It's not as bad as you think. It just seems like it's bad because of how good it used to be, you know. So that's why I say just don't panic, relax. We're in it for the long term. We're not just in it for day to day, you know, at least me personally. I mean, you can also have your own strategies, but even if that, I'm sure you still believe in it, you know, so don't worry about this drop. This is why it's important to accumulate. And if you notice, look at where we're getting these supports at, exactly where these lines, perfect, at the 29,700. So that's where we're getting that support at. So my next guess is that we could at least possibly make it up to this line, if not that line, this one, and then this one. But then that's where we could be getting rejected again. So if we start going up to 37,000, this is where we'll get probably rejected, possibly. But right now at 31,000, it's a great buying opportunity. Just try to dollar cost average if you can. Don't go all in just in case it keeps going down. And yeah, just keep dollar cost averaging. That's what's important right now. This is a great time to be buying. If you guys notice, like I said, this falling wedge broke down underneath it, so now we need to make it above that line right there. So it's just right now everything has been following trend lines perfectly, which is kind of a good thing, but it's also, you know, it's just following everything perfectly. Like, look at where all the lines are, just, you know. All right, I had this chart also. It was kind of telling me that so with this one we hit green, we kind of came down, came up a little bit, and then we did close right here, but it was still somewhat above, you know, the bottom of that. So I'm assuming that could possibly still count. But we hit green on that one, and look at, we went up, and then we hit red on that one, and we came down. So my thing is, I'm thinking is what it could happen next is if we hit this line and we hit green, then we could at least probably come back up to this 39,000, which is where I was saying just a little while ago where we could get rejected at. So we'll have to wait and see what's gonna happen, but alright, so this chart right here I had, this was on the daily. It's quite a bit of lines, but it's just kind of just showing me some support and resistance. And if you notice, these lines were here previous, so it's, you know, that's they've been here. So if you notice, we're getting perfect. It stopped right there on that line, came down, stopped perfect on that line, came down, stopped perfect on that line. So it's definitely respecting these lines. So the thing is if we're in this little triangle right here, it's starting to look like, so if we need to break outside of this, and whichever way we break outside of that is pretty much going to tell us which way we're going. But like I said, we just hit this bottom. This could have been a bounce. This 29,000 is where a lot of people were trying to save Bitcoin, pretty much. You know, there's a lot of institutions buying in right now and stuff like that. But yeah, just don't panic right now. It's a great buying opportunity. That's what you have to think about. You know, think about the discount. This is why I say it's important when we're at all-time highs to stack some cash, as long as so you could get ready for times like this. So at the next peak, when we get to an all-time high, best believe we'll be ready for this move to wait. We'll wait months if we have to. But yeah, let me get to this 4 hour. This is the same chart but on a 4 hour. So you can pretty much see well, I had those, I guess that trend line, it just adjusted when I switched it to the 4 hour, but it's pretty much on top of those lines, you know, getting rejected. So it looks like this is the next line right here, and that's where we could be getting this bounce at, or if not the bounce, this is where the support could be at. So this next candle is going to tell us a lot, because if we stay above this line, then it's holding support, and then the next idea would be at least back up to this top line. And if we could get that bounce on that, then yeah. Let me check the RSI. This is on the 4 hour RSI. This is where we're at. They're kind of separated still, but if eventually it looks like it could cross, you know, once it does cross, then that's going to indicate a move back up. So watch out for that. I also, this is the RSI. We're way oversold. I had this trend line right there. So if you notice, we were coming up, getting rejected, and then we broke it. So what that's telling me is now we're on the other side of this trend. So while it's technically still way low, but it's not underneath it down here, which is confirming we're still weak. This shows a little bit of strength right there. So if we have a little bit of strength, what could happen is we hit this and bounce off it to keep going back up. So, and that's where I'm saying is that if we go back up, you know, we'll probably get up to these lines possibly. Alright, this is just a weekly chart. It's pretty much just showing we're inside of this area. So I mean, there is a chance it does show we could possibly come down to 21,000 if it touches something to do with this bottom. If we come all the way to the bottom, that's 21,000. But if, let's say, we come to halfways, come back up. So yeah, like I said, if you notice over here, this is an area, and that's where we're technically at right now, which is this. So there's a lot of people right there consolidating and up stacking their bag at that point. But I mean, if you notice, it kind of looks almost like a head and shoulders a little bit. Shoulder, head, shoulder. And if we break this line, I guess if we break this 28,800, yeah, if we break this 28,800, then we're gonna have a big drop. But I think that's could be where we get that bounce. That's what I'm thinking. So yeah. All right, let me see this. All right, actually go back to this 4 hour. Let me give a few price targets. All right, here's a few price targets. Current price right now is 31,030. 31,000 is pretty much, we're going down right now. So we need to stay above 30,900. Currently we're 30,980 right now. So we need to stay above 30,945. That's where we're getting this little rejection at right now, is at the top of that candle. So we need to stay above that. If we go underneath 30,900, then the next target's going to be 30,600. And if we stay above 30,600, that's where we could get also another bounce. And if we don't stay above 30,600, the next target's going to be 29,725. So that'll be the next target. But if we start moving up, we need to move above 31,000. Let's see. 31,600. That's our next area we need to break. And how I find a lot of these price targets is I go to previous candles. This is on the 4 hour time frame. So I just go to like either previous highs or lows first. So like, if look at the current price is right here at this point. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, look at this candle right here is the next bottom of that one, the next top of that one, and the next bottom of that one. So like I said, you just use previous candles to make sure you find those targets, because those are the levels. That's how I find them. All right, but yeah, so those are the price targets pretty much I got right now. If this video could get 10 likes, I'll make a second video later today, just updating what's going on and stuff like that. So I appreciate everybody watching. If you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please hit that like and subscribe. And if you made it this far into the video, you're definitely a part of the Bit Crew. I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.